Hello, everybody. Welcome back to lesson 7 of the Lost Thing by Sean Tam. These are our English lessons where we're doing reading, writing activities. Last lesson we studied the artwork that Sean had been doing, and we left the story at this very, very tall, ominous, threatening looking building. You can see all the tall structures there and the black and white sort of contrasting colours. Makes me feel very uneasy. And there's Sean on the Lost Thing there waiting to go in, and they arrived, and at the top of a very tall table the office clerk gave them a stack of questions to fill in about their lost thing. So what I've decided to do, I've decided to think about what some of those questions might be, and how we might actually start filling that form out if we were Sean. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, and I've given it a really, really long name to make you feel really like you don't want to do it. And I think that's the point of such a big form. It's called the official form for the filing of all manner of things which have been theretofore discovered out of place and which cannot be identified, returned, or relocated. Very long word title. So I thought of 6 questions. The first one being, how many appendages does the thing have? That's sticky outy bits like limbs, tentacles, any other bits. I noticed the lost thing has a kind of snout, he's got a chimney, he's got bells on his wings. So any sticky outy bits. What colour is your lost thing? So don't just say red or orange, try and use detail there. And I've gone on for 6 other questions. I've left questions 7, 8 and 9 blank for you to come up with your own questions and then answer them. Now, how do we answer the questions today? Well, I've given you these relative pronouns here: who, that, which, whose, when, where, and whom. I'd like you to try in your answers to use one of those in each answer, if you can. So for question 1, how many appendages does the thing have? So I might start by talking about the wings, because it's got these funny little bells on its wings. So I might say it has 2 wings, and I'm going to use my relative pronoun which span the full height of its body. They also have little bells dangling from them. Let's look at my relative pronouns. I'm going to have to use which again. Which wing when it is happy. Okay, so I've started to talk about its appendages. I've not talked about its legs yet, or its snout, or its chimney, or the little spiky bits on top of its head. I'd like you to write about those, please. If you're using a computer, you can just type in your answers like I've done. If you're using pen and paper, then I've given you a whole page here that you can print off with your little reminder sentences, relative pronouns at the top, and you can just write into this lined paper here. So that's part 1. So answer all 6 questions, then write your own, and then answer 7, 8 and 9. Now, part 2 of today is reading questions, and it's to do with the next part of the story. So I'm going to read that now for you. So just to remind you, Sean has just been given this huge stack of papers you can see in the picture there, and this funny looking creature has offered him a ticket. So let me read the story. I was looking around for a pen when I felt something tug at the back of my shirt. If you really care about that thing, you shouldn't leave it here, said a tiny voice. This is a place for forgetting, leaving behind, smoothing over. Here, take this. It was a business card with a kind of sign on it. It wasn't very important looking, but it did seem to point somewhere. Cheers, I said. At this point, we left the tall grey building. and hunted all over the place for this sign. It wasn't an easy job. And I can't say I knew what it all meant. Eventually, we found what seemed to be the right place in a dark little gap off some anonymous little street. The sort of place you'd never know existed unless you were actually looking for it. I pressed a buzzer on the wall and this big door opened up. So I'm going to stop the story there. I'm going to go back to the reading questions. There's 10 questions. So again, if you're using the computer, you can just type onto these questions. If you're doing pen and paper, I've given you a sheet of lined paper here you can write on. So question 1, who might the character be? And I've given you the picture of that strange creature that came up to them in that big office building of lost things. And then what might their story be? So I'd like you to think of a backstory for this creature. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer, but where might this person have come from? Why have they ended up here? And then question 3 is why have they decided to help Sean and the lost thing? So why is this person or this creature or character, why do you think they've decided to help Sean? And then there's more questions further down. Each question goes with the picture that I've set. Now you'll notice in red here, I've said, now look carefully at all of the pictures on the journey to the right place. So basically, reread the story that I just read to you. So right at the bottom of the document are all the pictures of their journey to the right place. So you need to study those pictures carefully because they're picture clues now. The first one is, can you find all of the wavy arrow signs in each picture? There's a wavy arrow in every single picture in the story. This part of the story. And then finally answer the last few questions further down. And then 10 is in 3 parts. Okay, so that's today's lesson. If you need help with any of the questions, just get in touch with me on Dojo or reply to this message thread. All right, have fun with today's lesson. See you next time. Bye.